As we near the area of the Alderville First Nation, we are welcomed by a large blue sign. The artwork, traditional in character, is symbolic of the Mississaugas of Rice Lake and their life from the time they arrived here in 1837. Each part of the work tells us something of the history and traditions of the people. You may look more carefully into the symbolism by reading a specially prepared card. The creator of this piece of art is local artist Hal Gray, a man with a keen interest in many art forms, an interest in children, and in the traditions of the Ojibwe people. We meet him at his home in Alderville.
Bonjour, wabe maingan Indigenous cause, Alderville First Nation Dunjaba. Hello, my name is Hal Gray. I'm from the Alderville First Nation. My Indian name is Wabe Maingan, means Gray Wolf. Upon my return home to Alderville First Nation, I started developing various mediums of my artwork. I work primarily in acrylic, and I found that to be, everybody does acrylic, everybody does this and that, and I knew I could do different things. So I started carving. I do little carvings. I do totem poles. I do a lot of carving kind of a thing. When I get tired of my carving or something, and I don't feel like I want to do acrylics again, I'll pick up a paddle or something and I'll paint on a paddle, or put that aside and I'll work with leather, beadworks and feathers. It seems to just be in me to be able to work with that kind of material until you get well established and known throughout the country. I guess it's a hard occupation, or for me, more or less, it's a hobby. And if there's a way that I can work around just doing my artwork, I think I can. It really helps me to be me. I work in pen and ink, which is only black and white. I've got a lot of feedback about them. My Loon series, for instance, is a set of four actual pictures that show the life cycle of the loon, and it shows the mother on her nest in the one picture. The second picture shows her laying her eggs, and it's white on black, and it shows her turning her eggs at night, which is showing, to me, it shows the hard work in raising young and looking after their offspring. It's not just a daily chore. It's a 24-hour thing. My third one of that series is, I called it Motherhood, because I put a baby coming out of the eggs, and the mother shows such joy and appreciation for this new life coming. I've showed, in this picture, I've showed Indian maidens showing their gratefulness to, along with the mother loon, in that new life. I think it's a really popular picture for me, that one. My fourth one, like I said before, things are it's hard to get the money to reproduce more. So my fourth one is yet to be come out on to be a limited edition. So from that standpoint, I worked with people from Coburg. There's a couple galleries in there. I've had some of my work hanging in the galleries. They do my framing and mat work for me. Someday hopefully I'll do this myself. Out of the log that I did that I did my house when I cut the lumber for, I used this one piece, a nice piece of timber, and I carved a totem pole. It's just a two-tier totem which isn't really of the native people here as my link to the west coast, I guess it would be. This totem pole on the bottom, I put a bear, which represents strength, and on the top I put a great horned owl, which is to me represents wisdom. So with wisdom and strength, I think that kind of helped me bring through what I felt at that time. But what really, what I really like to be recognized as is a helper in bringing out the creativity that is already here on the reserve. The older women that do the beadwork, the people that make the baskets, are thinning out really substantially. The kids, I see a good future with the children. The children are so creative here. It's unbelievable. Even more so than when I was growing up. And for me to help the children, I think I can do that by looking back on my own upbringing and my own past, schooling, all the mistakes I made, the things that I did, and all that. I think by showing them or telling them, trying to help them understand what that's like, and I think it'll help them maybe bring out their own creativity so that it will be recognized someday more so than it is today. That way come out of the Native Early Childhood Education program that I took in Sudbury. He wanted to say a few of the things that I really enjoy going to all the schools and talking to all the children. And the children really enjoy talking to me. Sometimes they talk to me about things that they wouldn't talk to as a grown-up. Things that make them sad, or things that make them happy, or things that maybe makes them scared. But most of all, we talk about our language, our history, we talk about the animals, we talk about painting, and we talk about just about anything that children want to talk to me about. Most of all, I like to talk to the children about their culture. Maybe Hal can expand on the culture part right now. Thank you, Debbie. When I first started the cultural, my finding my culture and what I believe is really crucial for the children nowadays is to understand where they came from, who they are, and why they are who they are. Through the cultural aspects of the Native people, this was always given to the children. They knew who they were, they knew things about who they were, and they loved to, they learned about respect, not just for their own people, but for nature and their surroundings. The cultural aspects of this is really something given to me by Native elders who I've associated with in the past. In 1986, I first attended my first Native Elders Conference in Peterborough, Ontario. There I was introduced to some elders that I've since taken my teachings from. By taking what the elders gave me and bringing it back to the Alderville First Nation, I feel that it was a really good opportunity for me to reintroduce the Native culture to our people, especially the young, who I think pick it up really easy. By developing that way, we feel that we've got a positive role model and a unique opportunity as a resource for further understanding of our culture, not only to the Native people, but to non-Natives as well.